Starting in sitting, and feel free to maybe sit yourself on a pillow or maybe 2 pillows just to help lift you out of the hips if needed, so that you can feel lifted, almost levitating out of the floor, lengthening out through the top of your head. Holding onto your ball or just bringing the hands together in front of you. Try and avoid hugging the ball in and bringing it too close that you roll the shoulders in. So draw those shoulders back, feel open across the chest, just lightly pressing into the ball or lightly pressing your hands together in front of you. And just start off with taking some nice deep breaths first of all. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just let yourself settle. Feel equal weight on the sitting bones, lengthening through the spine and out through the top of the head. Feel that as you exhale, you're gently drawing in through the center. Zipping up, connecting with those deep abdominals, feeling the tummy getting a little bit tighter. And keeping that connection now. Taking another breath when you're ready. And as you exhale, just gently press into the ball or pressing the hands together. And then breathing into release. Breathing out as you gently press. And breathing into release. Just 2 more. Just feeling an activation through the arms and the shoulders. And gently releasing. This time, exhale, gently press into the ball or press your hands together. Hold it here and take another breath in when you're ready. And as you breathe out, just taking the ball up towards the ceiling. Follow with your eyes and take yourself into a nice small back bend. And then breathing in as we draw the ball down, back in front of the chest. And breathing out again as we take the ball up. Follow with your eyes just into a small extension for the upper spine. Breathing in as we draw it down. We're going to do 2 more. Breathing out as you take the ball up or the hands. Breathing in as you draw it down. 1 more. Try and avoid leaning back. Feel that it comes from the upper spine. And drawing the ball back down. And stopping in front of the chest. Now coming into a nice gentle waist twist. So some lovely rotation for the spine. Breathing in and out as you gently move through head, neck and spine. And twist round to one side. Breathing in as we return to the center and breathing out as we gently twist to the opposite side. Breathing in as we come back to the center and breathing out as we gently twist. Keeping the ball in front of you. Breathing into the center and breathing out as we twist. Just 1 more to each side. Keep equal weight on the sitting bones. And feel a sense of lengthening up and round. And bring yourself back to the center with that last one. You can just lower the ball down, have a roll of the shoulders there if you need to. So we're now going to come into all fours and you will need your ball or you can use a pillow, just placing it in between the legs. So either your ball or a pillow, just coming in between the legs, so above the knees, and organizing yourself into all fours. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and tuck the toes under here. You may want to roll up the end of your mat or roll up a towel to place underneath the wrists because we are going to be in this position for a couple of exercises. So just take a moment to lengthen through the spine, finding neutral, feeling equal weight over the hands and over the knees. So the toes are tucked under, and we're going to think about just trying to hover the knees off the floor. So taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, gently squeeze into the pillow and lift the knees off the floor. Breathing in as you lower, and breathing out again as you lift. Breathing in to lower, breathing out as you lift. We're going for 8 of these. You don't need to lift too high, so avoid bums in the air, keeping that nice neutral spine, avoid rounding the back. Think about squeezing and zipping in through the center, engaging those deep abdominals. Sending a little bit of weight into the toes, try and avoid taking it all in the wrists. Last 2. Lowering it down, finish that last one when you're ready. You can untuck the toes, feet flat. And now taking the ball and placing it on your back. So if you've got a pillow, you won't be able to use it in the same way. But if you've got a ball, you're just going to place it on your back. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So try and rest the ball on the back of your pelvis in the lower back. If you don't have a ball, if you've got anything round, like a tennis ball, you could give this a try. Because it's just giving you some feedback now to really get you to focus on stability and maintaining good alignment as we start to move. So, trying to keep the ball there and avoid it rolling off. We're just going to gently rock. So, breathing in and out as you gently rock back without the ball rolling off. Breathing in as you rock forward and breathing out as you gently rock back. Breathing in to come forward, breathing out to rock back. So really focus if you're using a ball, keeping good alignment, gently drawing in through the center. Try and avoid it falling off, rolling off your back. Let's do 3 more. So this is a good one to practice if you do have a ball at home. Lovely. Finish your last one. Rock yourself forward, coming over the hands and the knees again. And now we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit more and challenge keeping the ball there. So we're going to lengthen one leg away, and you'll probably find I go quiet with these because I need to concentrate. So taking a breath in and breathing out. Let's slide the right leg away first of all. And taking a breath in and now breathing out and try and lift the leg in line with the body. Try and keep the ball there. Breathing in as you lower the leg down and breathing out as you slide the leg back underneath you. Same on the left. Breathing in and out as we slide the leg away. Breathing in and out as you lift. Try and keep the ball there. Breathing in as you lower. Breathing out as we slide back in. We're going to do 1 more on each side and then add to it. So take your time, trying to keep the ball there, staying nice and stable. You might find that with one leg it rolls off, but the other it doesn't. So really try and focus on stabilizing. Lovely. And now if you want to, another 4, but adding the opposite arm, so a little bit more challenging again. Taking a breath. Breathing out, lengthening leg and opposite arm away. Taking a breath in again. And breathing out as you lift in line with the body. Breathing in as you lower. Breathing out as you slide the hand and the knee back underneath. And again, breathing in and out, opposite sides, lengthening away. Breathing in and out as we lift. Breathing in as we lower. Breathing out as we slide back underneath. Just 1 more on each side. If it's too much with the arm, then just focus on the leg. Balance yourself out on each side. Bring yourself back into all fours. You can take the ball away, just pop it to one side. And we're just going to take ourselves back into our rest position there. So sitting back on the heels, opening out those knees, lowering yourself down. Feel free to prop yourself up with pillows if you need to. Just lower your head down towards the floor if you can. And just take a moment to focus on some nice deep breaths. Focus on your lateral breathing into the sides and the back of the rib cage. So we've had a couple of challenges already. There's going to be a few more in the mix to come. Just work wherever feels comfortable for you. With your next breath out, just slowly start to tuck the tailbone under and roll yourself up through the spine. So stacking ourselves up, just briefly sitting up on the heels. And we're just going to come onto one side now for a side bend. So if you were in Monday's class, you experienced these. I'm going to give a couple of lower options if needed. If you know that you have any issues with your shoulders, then go careful, because this is quite a lot of weight bearing, quite a lot of loading, so just go steady. You may want to come onto your forearm as an alternative. Feel free to maybe use a pillow or a folded towel underneath your arm if you just want a little bit of extra padding and lift out of the floor. You could also use something underneath your hand if you want to as well. So either on the forearm or propping yourself up on the hand, stacking the legs, just tucking the feet round roughly in line with your pelvis. And first off, you just want to think about bringing your supporting hand roughly in line with the knees. We'll all be slightly different height-wise with the length of your arms, but you don't want it too far away from you to start. Because as we come up, we want to make sure that our shoulder and our wrist are in line, okay? So think about trying to lift out of this shoulder, pressing away from the floor. Avoid rolling back through the pelvis. So just rolling forward, nicely stacked, and gently drawing in through the center. You have an option, you can keep the hips down if you want to, or you can lift the hips to come up and over into a side bend. Okay, and we're going to start at this option first, and we'll just go for 4 to start with. So let's take a breath in, and as you breathe out, start to lift the hips, reach yourself up and over, and we're going to hold it here. Take a breath in, and breathing out as you slowly control yourself back down. Again, breathing in, and out, lifting the hips, reaching yourself up and over. Breathing in and out as we control it down. 2 more. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. Lovely. 1 more. Fantastic, good. Stay at that level if you want to. So the progression, which is slightly more advanced, is now coming into a full side bend. So you're going to open the legs, and your top foot is just coming in front of the bottom foot. Your hand will need to be a little bit further away and slightly further back, more in line with your hips now. And I'll quickly demonstrate because there's quite a lot happening here with a full side bend. So this time, you're going to think about lifting the hips, zipping the legs, and reaching over. Making sure that your wrist is in line with your shoulder as you come up and over, and then lowering with control, okay? We're going to try for 4. Stay at the lower option if you need to. So taking a breath in, breathing out, start to lift the hips, bring the legs together, and reach yourself over. Breathing in, and out, controlling it down. Lovely, and again, breathing in, and out. Lift, zip the legs together and reach over. Breathing in, and out as we take it down. 2 more. Go down a level if you need to. Lifting up, legs together, reaching over. And controlling it down. One more time if you can. And down we go. Well done, fantastic. Just bring yourself off that arm. Have a little roll with the shoulder if you need to. We're going to come around onto the other side. So just spin yourself around. And we're going to do the same again on the other side. So if you know that this side is maybe a little bit weaker, any issues with the shoulder, come onto the forearm if you need to. Use a pillow again underneath the arm if needed. Staying at that first level. So tuck the feet back, stack the legs. Hand roughly in line with your knees first off. Lifting out of the shoulder, pressing the floor away. Making sure that you're not rolling the hips back. Stack yourself, focus on a spot in front of you. So 4, breathing in and out, lifting the hips and reaching over. Breathing in and out as we control it down. 3 more, breathe in and out, lift the hips up and over. Breathing in and out, take it down. 2 more. So let the head go with you. So you're coming into this lovely side bend. Last one. Fantastic. Coming to that progression if you want to. So opening the legs. So now the top foot is in front of the bottom foot. Hand a little bit further back and further away so you can zip those legs together. You might need a test run to make sure that your hand is in the right position. And we're going to go for 4 again if you can at this level. So breathing in and out. Lift the hips, zip the legs and reach yourself over. Breathing in and out. Control it down. 3 more. Breathe in and out. Zip the legs, reach over. Breathe in and out. Take it down. Last 2. Go back a level if you need to. Last one, well done. Control it down. Well done. Again, just come off the hand. Roll the shoulder if you need to. Fantastic, they are a challenge. We're going to sit round to the end of our mats now. And you can grab either your ball or a pillow and place it in between the knees. So sitting to the end of the mat. So you've got a little bit of length behind you and feet about hip width apart. Lifting out of the hips, lengthening up through the spine. I'm going to take the arms out in front, about shoulder height, palms facing each other. You may need to sit on something here, but we're going to come into a roll back first of all. So just mobilizing the spine into our C curve. On the in-breath, start to tuck the tail under. Tuck the chin and gently round the spine, coming into C curve. And as you breathe out, take yourself back. So you're opening the hips, challenging those abdominals, maintaining your C curve. Breathing in and out as we start to roll back up, stack through the spine. And again, breathing into C curve, rounding the spine. Breathing out as we rock back. Hold it there, breathing in and out as we roll back up, lift out of the hips, stack the spine. 2 more, breathing in and out as you take it back. Breathing in and out, restack, lengthen the spine. 1 more, breathing into C curve, breathing out to rock back. Breathing in to hold and breathing out as we roll back up and stack through the spine. We're going to add to it now. We're going to challenge those abdominals and try and hold the position. So again, taking a breath into C curve, breathing out as we rock back. Hold it here. Take a breath in and as you breathe out, extend one leg away. Reach out through the toes. Breathing in as you place the foot down. Breathing out with the opposite leg, extend away. Breathing in, place the foot down. Breathing out with the opposite leg and alternate, going for 8 altogether if you can. Using those deep abdominals to support you in this position. Breathing out as you extend the leg. Balance yourself out. When you're ready, working your way up, stacking the spine, lifting out of the hips. We're going to add some rotation now. I'm going to quickly demonstrate, so feel free to watch me just for a moment. Again, we're going to come back into our rock back. We're going to hold it here. This time, you're going to extend one leg and reach towards the toes and rotate in the opposite direction, and then bringing it back. So you feel that you're reaching to the toes, but drawing back in the opposite direction. So you're getting this lovely opposition. Really lovely movement for the spine. We'll aim for 8, but if you need to come up at any point, that's fine. So again, starting on the in-breath to come into your C-curve. Breathing out again as we take it back. Hold it here. Breathing in and out. Extend one leg away and twist away. Breathing in to come back. Breathing out to the opposite side. Breathing in to come back. Breathing out to the opposite side. Keep it going. Feel that you're reaching towards the toes and drawing the opposite arm back behind you. Trying to look over the shoulder. So getting this nice opposition. Really lovely movement through the upper spine. Challenging the abdominals. Finish your last one when you're ready, rolling yourself back up, stacking through the spine, lengthening up. Well done. We're going to take ourselves back all the way to the floor now. So last time on the in-breath, coming into C-curve, breathing out as we roll all the way back. So slowly taking it all the way down to the floor, letting the arms rest down by your side and tucking the feet in towards you. So you can keep the ball or the pillow in between your knees and just take a moment to settle and find your neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Relax the arms, relax through the shoulders, draw down through the back of the rib cage and just settle yourself into neutral. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Engaging the abdominals, feeling a connection through the center. And we're going to start off with some spine curls. To mobilize the spine, but with the pillow or the ball, you're going to activate the legs and the glutes a little bit more. So taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, start to gently squeeze into the ball, tilt through the pelvis, and start to peel yourself from the floor. Wheeling the spine off and up into your bridge. Keep squeezing into the ball, taking a breath in at the top and breathing out as you work your way back down, bone by bone, returning the spine and the pelvis all the way back to neutral. 3 more. Breathing in and out. Start to gently squeeze into the ball, gently tilting through the pelvis and peeling yourself away. That nice sequential movement through the spine. Keep the squeeze, breathing in and out as you work it down, bone by bone. All the way back to neutral, and you can release the squeeze on the ball. Last 2. So just feeling the legs being a little bit more active now that you've got something in between the knees. But still focus on mobilizing the spine. 1 vertebra at a time. 1 more, and then we're going to add to this if you want to. So bringing it down, returning yourself into neutral. Feel free to continue with spine curls if you'd like to. This time we're going to push straight up into a bridge and we're going to come into some heel lifts, so walking through the feet. So taking a breath in, breathing out as you squeeze into the ball and just lift yourself straight up into your bridge and hold it here. And now just lifting one heel and lowering down. Same on the other side, lifting the heel, lowering it down. And we're just going to walk through. Try and keep the height through the hips. Avoid dropping as you lift one heel. Let's go for 4 more. Breathing naturally. And just balance yourself out, taking a breath. Breathing out as we spine curl back down into the floor, bone by bone. And again, just returning yourself all the way back down and into neutral. Release the squeeze on the ball. This time, stay at heel lifts if you want to. That's your lower option. But if you can, now we're going to extend one leg away. So essentially, you're coming into a one-leg bridge. These are quite challenging, so see how they feel. So again, let's take a breath in. Breathing out, squeeze into the ball and press up through the hips into your bridge. Get a good footing. Breathing in and out as you extend one leg away. Breathing in to place the foot down. Breathing out to extend the opposite leg away. Breathing in to step back down. Keep it going. Breathing out to extend the leg. Breathing in to step back in. Keep the height through the hips. Try and avoid dropping the pelvis on one side as you extend the leg away. If it's too much, take it back to heel lifts. 1 more on each side if you can. And when you're ready, spine curl down, bone by bone, returning yourself back to neutral. Well done. Adding 1 more challenge now. So this time we're going to do the same again, but we're going to try and come into a dip 3 times on one leg. So it's going to be quite challenging. We'll do it together. So if you want to, do 1 dip rather than 3. So taking a breath in, breathing out again, squeeze into the ball, press the hips up into your bridge. Taking a breath, breathing out as you extend one leg away. And now breathe in as you lower the pelvis, and then breathing out as you press back up. Breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift. 1 more, breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift, and place the foot back down to the floor. Same on the other side. So breathing out as you extend the leg away. Breathe in to lower the hips, breathing out to lift. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to lift. Step the foot back in. 1 more on each side if you can. 3 dips. Take your time. The lower you go, the more of a challenge. Really drive into that foot. Push those hips back up. Finishing on the last side. Balancing out, place the foot down and spine curl back down into the floor when you're ready. All the way back to neutral. Ooh, well done. Might feel a bit warm after those. So this time now, we're just going to change the positioning using the ball. So if you don't have a ball for this next one, then just stay on the floor. That's absolutely fine. And this is where if it does feel uncomfortable using the ball, then take it away if you need to. But if you're happy, taking your ball from in between the knees, just a mini bridge to lift up and place the ball underneath you. So the back of the sacrum here, so right at the base of your spine, just above your bottom, so the back of your pelvis resting onto the ball. And just give yourself a moment, if you are using a ball, just to let yourself settle onto it. And still think about your neutral setup like you would do normally. So feet and knees hip width apart. Still thinking about trying to find the natural curves of the spine. But using the ball, we're just going to take a moment to come into some pelvic tilts. So you'll find that if you do have a ball, you're going to have a little bit more movement than you would do normally. So just starting with some nice gentle pelvic tilts, letting the ball just move slightly underneath you to increase that range. And it's actually quite nice. It really helps to release around the lower back and the hips. And if you need to, use the imagery of your marble, resting in between the thumbs and fingers, rolling the marble to the thumbs, and then to the fingers. So we're getting this nice gentle rocking. Keep equal weight through the feet. And then just letting yourself settle and finding neutral like you would do normally if you were on the floor. So that little bit of weight on the tailbone, back of your pelvis, resting into the floor or resting onto the ball, drawing down through the back of the rib cage, relaxing the shoulders and the arms down by your side. So now that you're on this unstable surface, you're going to really have to stabilize and use those deep abdominals. That's why it's really great to challenge yourself. We're going to come into some leg slides first of all. So taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, just slide the right leg away from you along the floor. Breathing in and out as you slide the foot back in. Same on the other side. Breathing in and out to slide the leg away. Breathing in and out as you slide the foot back in. One more on each side. So just feel what's happening. Feel how much centering you need to keep yourself nice and stable if you're on the ball. Try and avoid arching the upper spine and lifting through the rib cage. This time we're going to add a lift. So the next time that you slide that right leg away, we're just going to hold it there. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to lift the leg, if you can, in line with that opposite thigh. And just avoid tilting on the ball, so keeping good control. We're going to flex the foot as we breathe in and lower. Point the toes as you breathe out and lift. 3 more. Flex the foot, breathe in to lower. Point the toes, breathe out to lift. 2 more. Flex the foot to lower. Point the toes to lift. 1 more. Try and avoid moving around on the ball. Stable through the pelvis. When you're ready, sliding that foot back in, we're going to do 4 on the left. So again, breathing in, breathing out as you slide the leg away first of all, taking a breath in, breathing out as you lift the leg and flexing the foot, breathing in as you lower, pointing the toes as you breathe out to lift. 3 more. Using those deep abdominals to help stabilize you. Relax the shoulders. Take the arms out a little bit wider if you feel you need a bit of extra stability. Lowering the leg when you're ready and sliding that foot back in towards you. Well done. So returning the feet hip width and parallel, staying on the ball for a little bit longer if you can. So just briefly, if you need to, for this next one, feel free to stay at single knee folds if it feels easier and keep one foot on the floor. So your lower option, if you need it, is to work with one leg in knee folds, 1 foot on the floor, and working into your single leg stretch. You're aiming for 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. So feel free to work there if that feels easier. But to challenge yourself, we're going to take it into a double knee fold. So taking a breath in, breathing out, floating one leg up first. Taking a breath in, breathing out as you float the second leg up to join it. And just take a moment. If you're on the ball, just watch that you haven't drawn those legs in too close and tilted through the pelvis. So like you would do normally, finding that rough right angle, 90 degree with the legs, drawing down through the back of the rib cage, relaxing through the shoulders. So coming into single leg stretch, taking a breath in, breathing out as you send one leg away. Breathing in as you fold back in, breathing out as we alternate to the other side. Breathing in and out to send the leg away. Breathing in and out to send the leg away. Going for a set of 10 if you can. The lower you take the leg, the more of a challenge. Avoid coming into extension and arching the upper spine off the floor. Deep abdominals helping to stabilize you. If it's too much, take the feet to the floor and just balance yourself out. And when you're ready, returning the feet to the floor one at a time. And from here, we're just going to lift off the ball so you can take it out from underneath and lower yourself down into the floor and just feel the difference in that lumbar region. Back of the pelvis might feel a little bit heavier now as you just settle yourself back into the floor. We're now going to use the ball in the thoracic area of the spine. We're going to come into quite a lot of extension. If it's uncomfortable, please take the ball away and just stay on the floor. And if you don't have a ball, you're just coming into a standard curl up. But if you can, taking your ball, just sit yourself up so that you can place it behind you, just in the lower part of the shoulder blades. So make sure that it's not resting in your neck, down in between the shoulder blades. And like you would do normally for a curl up, clasp the hands behind the head, elbows in the corner of your eyes, and just slowly take yourself back down all the way, coming over the ball. And this is where if it's a little bit too much, then maybe use a pillow or a block behind the back of your head so that you don't have to come back quite as far. So if it does feel too much, try a pillow behind you. And just take a moment again to let yourself settle onto the ball. So feet and knees still hip width and parallel, drawing down through the back of your pelvis in neutral. Try and relax through the rib cage and the back of your head nice and heavy, elbows in the corner of your eyes. So if you are using the ball, we just need to go careful as we curl up that we bring ourselves through neutral. So taking a breath in, start to tuck the chin towards the chest, bringing your head off the floor. So your head and neck come in line with the spine and you bring yourself to neutral, and then breathing out as you curl up the rest of the way, as if you're trying to curl away from the ball, and then taking a breath in and breathing out as we work ourselves back down, all the way down to the floor. So again, taking a breath in as you start to tuck the chin and bring yourself to neutral, and then breathing out as you curl yourself up. Breathing in and out as we take it all the way back down. We are going to aim for 8 of these if you can. So you just take your time. If it does feel too much, take the ball away. Stay at a standard curl up. And just like we do normally, just enough centering that you stay stable through the pelvis as you curl yourself up. Try and avoid pulling yourself up with your hands, making sure that you do tuck the chin as you start to curl up. Allowing the rib cage to slide down towards the hips. Bringing yourself to number 8. Finishing your last one, controlling it all the way back down to the floor. Now, if you want to, feel free to just continue with your curl-ups. This time, though, we're going to try and target the obliques, so working into the waist. So you can do this without a ball as well. We're just going to, again, take a breath in, tuck the chin, start to lift the head out of the floor, breathing out as you curl yourself up. And we're going to hold it here. Now take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to side bend over to the left. So think about taking your left elbow towards the left knee. So you're shortening the waist on the left side, but lengthening the waist on the right side. And then breathing in as we come back to the center, and now breathing out as we side bend over to the right. Breathing in as we come back to the center. Breathing out as we side bend again to the left. Keep the chin tucked to the chest, elbows in the corner of your eyes. Try and keep the pelvis stable, avoid dropping on one side as you side bend. 4 more if you can. If you've got the ball, you're just going to have a little bit more range. It's going to help you move. Balancing yourself out. Bring yourself to the center when you're ready. Taking a breath in. Breathing out as we just control ourselves all the way back down when you're ready. Returning to the floor. We're just going to do one more movement now, a little bit more challenging. We're going to come into a little bit of rotation. So with the ball, it's going to be a little bit easier. You can still give it a try if you're on the floor or maybe place a pillow behind you. So again, taking a breath in, tucking the chin, breathing out, curling yourself up again. And this time, we're going to start with the side bend. So breathing in and out, side bend over to the left again, like you did a moment ago. And now as you breathe in, just try and curl yourself up a little bit higher and bring yourself into the center as you then take yourself over to the right. Elbow to knee. Start to slowly lower yourself back, but circle yourself all the way around and over to the left again. And we're going to circle ourselves around 3 times in this direction. So you'll get more movement if you do have a ball. And you're almost trying to massage your spine into the ball. That nice circular movement up and around. Really working the abdominals. So 3 circles. And then bringing yourself back to the center. And we're going to do the same in the opposite direction. So this time you're going to start by side bending to the right. Curling up a little bit higher and bringing yourself into the center. Taking yourself over to the left. And lowering yourself down slightly so you can then circle yourself all the way back around. Over to the right. Curling up, bring yourself to the center, over to the other side. Taking it back. And circling around. 1 more. Take your time. It doesn't have to be too big. Finishing your last one, bringing yourself back into the center whenever you're ready. Breathing in and out as we lower ourselves back down. All the way. Resting the head to the floor. And now if you want to, you can keep the ball behind you or use a pillow. You can take the hands away and take the arms out nice and wide into a big V shape, palms up towards the ceiling. Just let yourself rest over the ball or a pillow. Just opening up the front of the shoulders in the chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here. It's a big stretch. Try and release the shoulders and the weight of the arms. And now with your next breath out, just lifting the arms. We're going to cross them over and just give ourselves a nice big hug. So reaching those hands back for the shoulder blades. Hold it here, taking a deep breath in. And then breathing out to release and float the arms back down to the floor. We're going to do that again. Breathing in. And out, floating the arms up. Try and cross the hands the other way now. Again, as you give yourself a hug, reach back to those shoulder blades. Hold it here, breathing in. And out, reach away. Float the arms back down to the floor. And just take 1 more deep breath in. And out. And just nice and slowly, roll yourself off to one side so you can take the ball or the pillow out from behind you. And again, just lie yourself back down into the floor and just feel the difference around the back of your shoulders and the back of your rib cage in that thoracic spine. And just let yourself settle for a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. You can feel a little bit odd when you come off the ball. So just let yourself settle. Focus that breath into the sides and the back of the rib cage. And from here, we're going to bring ourselves back into sitting like we did at the start. So just again, slowly roll yourself over to one side. Using the hands, just push yourself up from the floor. And if you're happy, stay down on the floor, either sitting with the legs crossed or in a long frog position. Or if you do prefer, feel free to sit yourself on a chair. And if you need to, maybe sit yourself on a block or a pillow again, just to lift yourself out of the hips and lengthen up through the spine. So well done, I've thrown in a lot of challenges. We'll just have a little release now before we finish. So feeling equal weight on the sitting bones, lengthened up through the spine, taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're just going to nod the head, chin towards the chest, just lengthening through the back of the neck. Hold it here as you inhale. And as you exhale, just taking the head up, eyes towards the ceilings. You're opening up the throat. Again, taking a breath in. And breathing out again as we nod the head, chin towards the chest. Breathing in. And out to come up, looking to the ceiling, opening up the throat. Breathing in. And out to return your head to the center and eyes forward. Now taking a breath. And as you breathe out, just tip the head to one side, ear towards shoulder, feeling that nice stretch through the side of the neck. Hold it there as you breathe in. And breathe out as we come back to the center. Same to the other side. So we're tipping the head over, ear towards shoulder. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Breathing in. And out to come up. One more on each side. And now we're going to turn the head and try and look behind us. So as you exhale, turning the head, try and look over the shoulder. Hold it there, breathing in. And out to return to the center. Same to the other side. Rolling the head, trying to look behind. Breathing in. And out to return to the center. We're going to let the body join in this time. So again, trying to look over the shoulder and let the whole body join in. A nice gentle rotation. Trying to look behind you. Hold it there, breathing in. And out as we release and come back to the center. Same to the other side. Letting the body come with you. Trying to look behind. Breathing in. And out to return to the center. And if you're not sitting in a long frog, just bring those feet out in front and open up the hips. Hands just resting onto the front of the knees. And we're just going to come into a nice spine stretch forward to mobilize the spine and release across the lower back. So sitting nice and tall, taking another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just start to slowly roll yourself down. Just let the hands move with you as you roll yourself forward. Gently rounding the spine, feeling a nice gentle release across the lower back. Holding it here as you inhale. And as you exhale, start to restack from the base of the spine, rolling up and lengthening up. And again, breathing in and out, rolling it forward. Just coming down as far as what's comfortable for you. Focusing the breath into the back of the body. Restack. Feel that you're lifting out of the hips, drawing those shoulders back. Let's do it one more time. Restack when you're ready. Lifting out of the hips, drawing the shoulders back, opening the chest, lengthening out through the top of the head. And just take one final deep breath in and out. And well done. We are finished. There were a lot of challenges.